Hey guys, it's El Supersonic Q, and I'm finally back with an almost irrelevant video. Yeah, as you can probably tell from the title, I wanted to do a video about my thoughts on Black and White and the 3DS and stuff, but it's taken so long to do. I just had so many bad timings. It's like the third time I'm trying to make this. But anyway, okay, I'm finally here, finally doing this video that I've been trying to do for like 3 weeks. I know I keep postponing videos. I keep saying, like, okay, I'm going to have a video on Saturday. There will definitely be a video on this Saturday. And then it just doesn't happen. And yeah, I know, sorry about all that, but I just have so many bad timings and unexpected delays. For example, I was going to do Chalk last week and put a Chalk video up, but I didn't end up doing it, and I had no replacement, so I'm like, okay, I can't do that. And I also constantly worry about not having enough video material to do every week. And honestly, probably one of the biggest reasons is because Black and White have been taking up, like, all my time. Like, that's all I've been doing these past few weeks or so. But anyway, I've been making more videos, like, actually making more videos and having them done, so I'm getting back on track. Again, this video is my thoughts on Black and White and the 3DS, which comes out today, the 27th, but I have no idea if this video will be up today. Yeah, the microphone I'm using, I hope it doesn't break up, because this is like a really old one, because I broke my good one, so that's not good. Again, this is a Black and White video about me talking about it, so if you like to hear my opinion and my voice, then, listen, but if you don't and just care about my art or whatever and don't care about this stuff, then don't watch it, because that's all it's going to be. The artsy stuff, like the clay and, all that stuff, I'm hoping that'll return really soon, which it will, but more on that later. I keep preaching about all these new video series. Is this one of my new video series? No, not really, unless I decide to keep a constant review series about video games, which I might, but for right now, no, this is a standalone thoughts on Black and White. Okay, intro is done. Let's actually get on to my impressions of Pokemon Black and White version. Okay, I've kind of broken this up into a few different categories, so let's obviously first start with the Pokemon, because what is Pokemon without Pokemon? It is nothing. My thoughts on the Pokemon, most of them I kind of like, but at the same time, I kind of feel like, obviously it's kind of, losing its appeal thing. It's like when I'm training my team and stuff, for half of the Pokemon that I train because I like, not because of stats or anything. So I find myself training more Johto and, Hoenn and past region Pokemon than, like, Unova ones, which is kind of, weird, because it's like, you think you'd be training the newer ones. But, I mean, some of them I like obviously Reshiram and Zekrom are cool, I'm used to them, but some are, like, the newer ones, I mean, like, I don't know, like, Trubbish and stuff like that, it's like, it's a trash thing. And, Litwick, he's cool, I like him, I'm trying to train one of them, but, I mean, it's a candle, I mean, some of the Pokemon are great, some of them aren't, that's just that. Most of them I don't have a problem with, but like I said, others are kind of, they design impaired, and they could have been maybe a little better. Okay, now, the actual look and graphics of the game. Yeah, I'm all for, like, the 3D cities and the moving sprites. It seems like now, if there's a Pokemon game that does not have moving sprites, it is totally low-tech, and wow. Like, I played, like, a day before Black and White came out, I was playing Platinum. I'm like, okay, this is obviously, like, all the recent Pokemon thing. Then I played Black for a week, which, remember, I got Black. I keep saying Black and White, but I got Black. I played that for a week, and then I went back to play Platinum, and I'm like, wow, this is the slowest thing I've ever played. It was like, wow, I'm playing a Game Boy Color. Like, it was really, really different. Once you play Black or White, it totally redoes your perception of Pokemon. And yeah, and I'm all for that, I guess. I mean, the battles are really awesome. The sprites that they move, they're really cool. I really like all that stuff. For the specs, like the I don't know, the bonus stuff, like kind of the game mechanics and stuff. The only thing I really have a problem with is the seasons, because honestly, I feel like they're trying to make this, like, you know, they're trying to make Pokemon too much like Animal Crossing, and they're making Animal Crossing too much like The Sims, but that's off topic. It's like, the seasons, I agree, like, sure, have season changes, but it's like, what's gonna bother me is it's gonna be winter in, like, July, and it's like, really? And I can understand that because they're a seasonal Pokemon, so they don't make you wait, you know, like a whole year to get a Pokemon that maybe you can only get in the winter. But at the same time, it's like, did you even need to add that feature? You could have, like, you know, Platinum and Heart Gold, they were just regular seasons all year round, whatever. And again, I guess moving on to, like, the bonus stuff, like the Pokemon musicals and stuff, I am not a guy who does that stuff. Like in Platinum, they had all those contests. I maybe did one contest out of everything. I really don't care for those. And Heart Gold Soul Silver, I never did the Pokeathlon once, although I should have, but I just, you know, training and, I guess, collecting Pokemon are what I do. I don't really do all that bonus stuff. So yeah, I really have I'm really not for or against that stuff. The overall feel of the game for me, I think this is probably one of the greatest Pokemon games I've ever played. Not just because it's new, but because it gives a whole new feel to Pokemon, and it really ups the scale for the Pokemon universe now, and I think it's a really, really great game. Again, this has totally changed my opinion, well, not opinion, but it's totally made me change the way I play Pokemon, and it's really, really great. My overall rating, I guess, on this game, I'll go on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll say it's probably a really high 8, 8.5, if not a 9, because, you know, I'm going to say, this is a 9 out of 10 game, because it's really great, but other than the, like, you know, the subtle, you know, like the seasons I said I didn't really like, some of the Pokemon designs, and also a bit of the story too, I guess, not to get into that too much, but, for example, the Elite Four, after you battle N and do all that stuff, it's like, wow, I just went through the Elite Four and everything, but it's like, N is there, it's like, he defeated Alder, so now it's like you have to battle N, who's really not fit to be a champion. I feel like it was too involved in the story in some places, and at the same time, it's like, you know, you like that stuff, but it's like, no, this is my Elite Four battle with Alder. I don't want to battle N, despite how, yes, he's great for being practically the only character in the Pokemon universe to have ever caught a legendary Pokemon and actually used it in battle, which is awesome. But yeah, and then I was looking through my trainer card, and I'm like, oh, okay, I beat the Elite Four, let's see what, you know, my time or whatever says on my trainer card, and it's like, Hall of Fame debut, and it's blank. I'm like, wait, I beat N. If Alder was a champion, and N beat Alder, that makes him the champion, and if you beat N, that makes you the champion. But no, now you have to go re-challenge the Elite Four with all level 70 Pokemon to get into the Hall of Fame, you know? I don't know. It's like, I beat it once, I really don't want to go back and beat it again until I need the experience for my Pokemon. So, you know, so some of the story aspects were okay, but some of them. Again, I'll give this game a 9 out of 10 because it was great, while at the same time having minor things that kind of I didn't like as much. Brief thoughts on Gray version, because, of course, Black and White are already a few weeks old. When's the new Pokemon game coming out? So everybody's predicting there's going to be a Gray version. Obviously, there will be a Gray version, because why would you not make a third version of, of a game that sold 1 million copies on the first day? Am I going to get Gray version? Possibly a dumb question in a sense. No, I probably won't get Gray version. If anything, I will get White version just to get Zekrom and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, well, if I'm going to get White version, I'll only get Zekrom and stuff. But if I get Gray version, I'll get Zekrom and another Reshiram and stuff. But then again, it's like, what am I going to do with another Reshiram? So, I probably will not get Gray version, unless there's some, intense, exclusive thing that I absolutely have to get. Like, I don't know, you can catch Deoxys or something, because remember, I still need Deoxys. It's like the only Pokemon that I don't think I will practically ever be able to get through easy means, because this is an event one and I've never got one before. So, yeah, I probably will not be getting Gray version, but props to Pokemon for making it, because obviously a third version of 2 games is great, and if anything, I will probably be getting White in addition to the Black that I got, so I can get Zekrom in them. Okay, that was all the Black and White stuff, so I guess I should start talking about my thoughts on the 3DS. So what exactly are my thoughts on the 3DS? Well, at first, I thought it was just another DS system, like, wow, like the DSi wasn't enough, right? But then after looking at it more and stuff, I'm actually really curious how they'll produce, like, the 3D. Like, that's what they keep saying. Whenever you see images, 2D image of a 3D game, it's like, okay, how are you going to do that? So, at the same time, I'm kind of excited for it, but then again, you know, I mean, it's like, it's another DS system. Am I going to get one? Probably not at first, mostly because of the price and the fact that you know they're going to price drop it eventually. And the games that are coming out on launch, really, I don't care about. Like, you know, Star Fox 64, 3DS, and Animal Crossing and all that stuff. They're not coming out yet, so there's no point getting a system that you don't have any games you want to play. The game thoughts, as I said, the launch ones aren't too great, but the stuff that's going to be coming out is pretty exciting. As I said, Star Fox, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Cave Story. I want to see how that works in 3D, because I played the one on WiiWare, and it's pretty great. So I want to see how the 3DS one is. I just hope they keep the soundtrack, because the original soundtrack on Cave Story was epic. I guess that's kind of it. I guess I'll kind of just talk about updates or whatever now. Since next Saturday is April 2nd, I figure it's new month, I should start getting back on track. As I said, I will be getting back on track with the videos, and I will start some new stuff next week. Next Saturday will be the premiere, you could say, of a preview video of a new series I'm going to start. So next week will be the preview of that, and there definitely will be one on next week. I know I kept saying, you know, oh, there'll be one on Saturday and then there won't be. No, there will definitely be a video next week. Tuesday is my 2nd year anniversary on YouTube. Yay! And considering that Video Game Cliff Models was the first video I put out, I should just announce that Video Game Cliff Models is coming soon. I kind of wanted it done for my 2nd year anniversary day, but it didn't happen just because stuff isn't done yet. Like, oh my god, it seems like the models I make, every time I make one, they get more complicated and bigger, so it obviously takes longer. And again, with the, like, 20-piece sets, they just take forever. And I guess that's that. Okay, I guess that's kind of it for this video. Yeah, it was really long and rambly, and I'll probably have to end up editing it, but that's okay. Okay, guys, I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, more videos soon. There will be one next Saturday, so keep watching.